What's going on? What's going on? Just up tonight. Some of y'all will probably see this tomorrow, but I just wanted to put this out there. If you ain't got nothing going on this Sunday, they doing something for Unc. Everybody doing something, man. I just set up and seen that they just did a piece. Vance and Hines did a piece on him. A lot of people didn't. A lot of he touched a lot of people. You know, he touched a lot of people. I know, man. It's late. For you guys on the East Coast, guys on the West Coast, it's still kind of early for you guys and shit. I just want to come on here and have a conversation. I got a lot of shit going on at the shop, man, and some real cool shit, man. That I be wanting to do this shit in the daytime in a timely manner, man. Sometimes just don't have it. Just getting in tonight and you know, uh, you know, catching up on phone calls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because throughout the day, man, it's just kind of hard, right? But uh, my boy Maestro called me this morning, and he was like, "Hey, man, I got something I want you to listen to." I'm like, "Shit, cool, bet." And he played it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking out to it, and he was like, "I'm not finished yet." You know what I'm saying? This and that, woo woo woo. But man, when he sent me the finished product, right? And when he sent me the finished product, I was floored, right? Because I heard some of the content, this morning. What's up, Michelle? I heard some of the content this morning, and man, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell y'all something, man. When people take time out of their life to celebrate you, thank them. A lot of times, man, we get so caught up in our own shit, man. We miss our blessings. We miss the fact that it's somebody else that's out there thinking about us. You know, I can tell y'all this. I went and seen Unc last week, a week ago today, and you know what I'm saying, to see that man in that hospital bed, it fucked me up, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't care how strong you are. We're all human. We all, deal with things our own way. We all we're all dealing with something, right? And they always say, shit happens in threes or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I've been peeping game, man, and man, there's a lot of people dealing with shit. There's a lot of people dealing with death right now. There's a lot of, things going on in the world, man. And I think that we have to at some point sit down and gather our thoughts and be appreciative that somebody is saying, "Hey, how you doing today?" You know, and people have been reaching out, man. Real cool people would say, "Hey, man, look, how are you doing?" Right? Because we busy, man. Our life, man, that shit, shit running 100 miles an hour, man. Because we always trying to find our way to catch up. We always trying to catch up. But how did you catch up to something? How do you catch up to something that you can't control? How can you catch up to something that you don't own? And that's time. You can manage it. You can try to create space for it, but you don't own it. We're all on borrowed time. So when someone takes that time to say, man, you're a good person, I just want to say something, you know what I'm saying, to let you guys know that I appreciate you. You celebrate that. So, because I've been dealing with a lot of mixed emotions over the last few days and shit, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say, Maestro, I appreciate that, man. That was a hell of a shout out, bro. And not only for me, but for the set. You know what I'm saying? Like you took time out of on your off day and you created something for the set to be appreciative of. You know what I'm saying? And if you cannot appreciate what that is or what that song says, man, you really need to go reevaluate yourself. What's up, Guns? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we cry about the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? But even when saying that, man, shout out to everybody, man, that was showing, sending the condolences and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would tell anybody, man, you ain't gotta be family to be family. You know what I'm saying? It's a choice we make every day to choose the people in our life. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be that voice of reasoning. Even if I'm upset or even if I'm angry, I try to be the voice of reason. It don't always work, but we have to create space. You know what I'm saying? But we got to stop. We got to stop chasing time. Time gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Time gonna win. Cause when you gone, time keep going. Time is 100 and 0, 1,000,000 and 0. You know what I'm saying? You can't outlive time. You can't. So stop trying to outlive it and live in it. Have an appreciation for it. If somebody is wasting your time, man, move the fuck on from them, man. Like, we live in a society, man, that really don't give a fuck about us, right? It doesn't matter how nice you are, no matter how much you help somebody, man. We live in a society that don't give a fuck. So the only thing you can be is a good person. You can't be concerned about who this is and what that is and this and whatever. And I want to talk about that too. Like, it's been a lot of motherfuckers that's gonna say a lot of bad shit about you, about me, about anybody, right? And it's amazing how all of that changes when they can't defend themselves, meaning that they're not here anymore. You gotta spend so much time turning a motherfucker down when they're alive, so when they die, you can say that they was a good person. We backwards as a motherfucker, man. That shit weird as fuck to me. That you would sit up and tear somebody down while they alive, while they can defend themselves, while they can answer any question that you have for them, just to say that they're a good person when they die. You niggas is weird. You niggas is weird, and I don't get it. I mean, I say this shit all the time. You ain't gotta like me, whatever the case is, and you not liking me may not hurt my feelings, but it does get me to thinking. You know, what is it about me that that's got you in such an uproar, right? Those were my thoughts. What is it about me? But truth be told, it ain't me, it's you. It's always been you. It's gonna always be you. Always. And if you guys sit back and look at the amount of people that give you the hardest time, it ain't always you. Now, I'm not saying that ain't no fucked up people out here. I'm not saying that at all. I'm talking about the people that you blatantly see these folks talking down on folks, and as soon as that person died, oh my God, he was a good person. Man, I can't believe it. Yeah. Tell y'all something. Half these motherfuckers gonna show up to your funeral, ain't there to support you. They trying to make sure you dead. They're trying to make sure you dead. And it's weird, man. It's weird as shit. What's up, Angela? Shit, I damn near got the whole crew on tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's late. You know what I'm saying? But we just gonna keep on. Big Sale, what's going on, bro? What the business is? You know, hey, Sale, man. Listen, you knew Tommy, man. You know what I'm saying? You knew that man was a good man. You know what I'm saying? That man would help anybody. But because, you know what I'm saying, he might have fell behind. He might have got a little overwhelmed, man, because the man was so good at what he did. Everybody wanted a piece of his time, you know. So, the crazy part is, man, I just want people to have that same energy. You know what I'm saying? We gotta celebrate, man. We gotta celebrate. Big Sale, man. Listen, bro. When I seen your podcast, bro, I wanted to know how you was doing what you was doing, man. This was 10 years ago, man. This was 10 years ago, man. I ain't got nothing but love and respect for you, homie. That's anybody that come into my life. If you ain't in my life to do no harm by me, man, I promise you, man, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna celebrate you. I'm gonna say had them shirts come. Hey, man, send me one of them shirts, bro. And this is not a ploy to get people to buy into what I'm trying to. I'm not selling you nothing. I'm telling you, this some real life shit. We tear each other down, man. We beat each other up to the point where you got a whole cheering squad. You got a whole cheering squad just to damn talking. Oh yeah, I heard. You know what? That's the biggest shit in America, man. I heard. Yeah, I heard that shit too. So you just jump on the bandwagon because of what you heard. Man, this is weird, man. Fuck all that shit, bro. And I don't feel like I need to come on here and defend, Unc or anybody for that matter, man. My goal with this, man, is to say, hey, they celebrating this man's life this Sunday, man. If you got a motorcycle and you want to take a 3-hour ride to celebrate this man's life, man, we is mounting up. We is heading to Oklahoma City this Sunday. The ride start at 2 o'clock, and everybody meeting up at his shop. You know what I'm saying? The ride gonna be from 2 o'clock. We going to Auntie Soul Food, where they gonna have a big celebration for him. Now I'm gonna tell you, you know, I I watched I watched some real shit happen last week. I watched some shit happen that I didn't think that a man was capable of. We get a bad rep when it comes to how we display uh any type of feelings towards anything, how we uh utilize our aggression, right? Because a lot of us didn't really understand what how to be gentle. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to matters of the heart, or even being in a place where uh we could be vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, as men. But I watched a man, I want to put this in the right term or phrase. I watched a man that I knew was a man. Strong, tough, none of that was on display. None of it. So fellas, soften up. It's okay. You know, you can watch who you're vulnerable to, but that being hard shit, man, let it go. It's okay. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be mad when people judge you wrongly. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they do. They don't know you. They don't understand the shit you done been through in your life. They don't know. So if you got all these people saying, "Oh well, you know, I know this person. I see him all the time, and you know, fellas, we owe it to each other. You know, women got to figure it out, man. Fellas, we man, we gotta figure out how to love each other, how to support each other, how to lift each other up. The only time we celebrating somebody, man, is when they ain't here no more, man. We gotta figure this shit out. We gotta figure this shit out. You know, I was asked today if what we got going on, um, you know, the information that what information are we leaving behind, right? What information are we leaving for the next generation? I mean, from where I sit, man, we losing. And I'm not saying that we're losing a battle that we can't turn around. But if we don't turn it around, man, we done for. I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying, over the last 10 years, right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up because I was actually with Unc the day my mom's passed away in May 10 years ago. So it's a surreal moment for me. You know what I mean? It's a surreal moment. You know, I don't get on this internet trying to be some I ain't. You know what I mean? I don't get on this internet trying to, you know, all this, I'm a tough guy, all that old type of shit, man. I don't even subscribe to that shit. I support my people, man. I tell them off, hey, bro, I fucks with you. I fucks with you the long way. Half of us don't even, you know what I'm saying, don't even know how to tell somebody how you feel about them, you know. And it's cool, you know what I'm saying. Like I post my grandbaby all the time and shit, man. And that, it may not do nothing for y'all, but that's everything for me. And I was told, man, you got to be one of the proudest grandpas, right? And I had to say this. I get the opportunity to write my story in her life. Nobody is going to tell my story to her the same way I don't want nobody telling my story to you. I want to tell you my story. I wanted Unc to tell y'all his story. Time did not permit that. I wish you guys could have heard some of the stories this man had to tell. I'm not a good storyteller. That's something that I've come to the realization. I got excerpts, I got a couple of funny paragraphs, but I do not have the ability to tell good stories because my stories are tragic, for the most part. You know, don't get me wrong. I got some interesting things that's happened to me in my life, but we celebrate the hard shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a responsibility that I've taken on with talking on this internet, you know. And I try to be as conscious as I can when I speak so that my words are never misconstrued or it never comes off uh, rude or anything like that. I've lost control a couple of times, but even with that, man, you know what I'm saying, to sit back and think about what I had to say, uh, you know, what my position is here, you know. I just don't. I don't ever want to be looked at as being weak, as being, you know, a pushover, nothing like that, man. You can think how you want to think about me. Just understand that the one thing I ain't gonna do is sit here and lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be square well with you. You might not like everything I say, but my honesty allows me to sleep at night. It does. I don't go to bed with stress because of what I done to somebody. It may be that I'm up because I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna help the next person, or how can I benefit from this, or how can you know I don't lose sleep over what I've done to somebody because I know for a fact who I am, and I know how I get in. But this ain't about me. This is about us. And this is about us supporting one another through the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, I was trying to, I put it to you like this, man. Look, I knew at some point in this conversation that I was going, what I'm saying, I was going to soften up a little bit. So I ain't even been doing no these videos with shades and shit on, man. But I felt like I needed to tonight, man, because I didn't know how I was gonna respond to what I was saying. But if you can see this up, you know what I'm saying, and I think I posted it to my page. If you knew him, if you didn't, you just want to get out and ride this weekend. You just, maybe you need to clear your head. We're gonna mob up. I'm gonna do another couple of little posts and shit, you know what I'm saying, where we gonna meet up, and we're gonna head up to Oklahoma City this Sunday, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just is what it is. And then we're gonna turn around and go back to Tulsa in a couple of weeks. So, uh, but for me, this is a big deal. It's a big deal. You know, I try to create a space for people. And a space for people to talk, a space for people to uh, create understanding. You know what I'm saying? But we got to do that collectively as a people. Create space for those that need us. Create space for those that won't change and want to see something different. I had no idea you guys was gonna be up, you know, listening, you know what I'm saying? But I can say this. I was gonna do this regardless, whether I was talking to one or no one, because I needed this. I needed this form of communication. I needed to be able to uh, say these things. I've been trying to do this all day. Sometimes posts don't. People slide by posts or whatever. But I wanted you guys to hear the sincerity in my voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is big, right? You guys I really felt like I felt a sense of comfort for every post. Every hey man, you know what I'm saying? We praying for you. And again, Unc is not my blood relative. You know what I'm saying? I met that man 16 years ago, and he took me and he called me nephew. You know, I get that you can meet somebody and y'all can you have your little fun and you click, man. But man, listen, when I tell you that that man accepted me, you'd have thought I was one of his kids or something. You know what I'm saying? The way he, you know what I'm saying, took to me. You know what I'm saying? So, we just we got a lot of unfinished business. You know what I'm saying? We got it's a lot of things we need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all. I really do. And I felt like I needed to say that because I hadn't responded to any of the messages on the post because it was so many. And normally I try to go through and heart every last one of them, just to say thank you. But I felt like this would be a little bit more personable, um, because it's not something that I'm just not using my fingers. This is me really saying that thank you. And I want to say to Smoke, you know, and his family. You know what I'm saying? I seen, man, bro, don't think that what you did for Unc hasn't gone unnoticed, bro. You know what I'm saying? All I can tell you moving forward, bro, whatever you need help with, man, shit, I'm there for you. Period. You know, if what you're doing is, gonna help continue the legacy of Tumbo Racing, man, shit, you got a solid I owe you. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't get the opportunity to see what I seen. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't get the opportunity to see. So the only thing that I can do is try to portray what you did. You know what I'm saying? Is I listen. I ain't no spelling bee champion and shit. Now I wasn't damn sure ain't no English major, but I do know that there are words to describe what that man did that this shit need to be recognized. And this warm tea wasn't cooled off now, but I drink warm tea at night so that I can sleep peacefully. You know what I'm saying? Stress free. But I'm not gonna bore you guys with any more of this. I'm not gonna. I know y'all probably got to get up and hit it in the morning, so I appreciate you guys for coming through and hollering at me and shit. Let me get some shit off my chest, man. Like I said, um, it's a long road, right? Shit, you know what I'm saying? People are leaving every day. You know what I'm saying? I seen that Full Deck lost a member. Condolences to them. You know what? I lost a customer. Uh, I want to say this before I go, but cat named Drew passed away a couple of weeks ago. And man, when I tell you, meeting Drew, uh, dude was cool as hell. Dude was cool as hell, man. Drew was so cool. Drew wanted this particular set of wheels for his bike, and we made them. And we didn't even have a name for him, so we just called it the Drew wheel. And I found out that he passed away. You know how you see people, you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Damn. So I'm gonna say this because nobody knows. Nobody knows. But you don't until somebody gives you an expiration date, you have no idea when yours is. So all I can tell you, no different than owning a driver's license. You use that motherfucker till it runs out. Just like a passport. You use that motherfucker till it goes out. You may not know your expiration date, but just understand, you got one. So live like you know your expiration. Stop allowing people to take your time and do what they want to do with it. Get your time under control. Stop chasing it. And stop acting like you got all the time in the world. Because you don't. None of us do. Ain't none of us getting out of this bitch alive. I've never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. Enjoy this shit. Support these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, you ain't got to be an asshole, but just try to be a good person. You know what I mean? I promise it's going to take you places. Going to take you places you ain't never seen before. I got so much shit I want to put on the internet, man, but I can't because I got to get paperwork and shit together first. I'm working on some major shit, man. And at least it is in my eyes. But said what I needed to say. I appreciate y'all for coming in. You know what I'm saying, for this little bit of time. What's going on, Ark? What's up, Mr. Rozier? Michelle. I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Angela Guns, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with y'all the long way. But it's I got a lot more to say, but I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'll say that for another time. Normally on Wednesdays, man, I have a guest, but I got some shit I got to take care of, so I won't have a guest this week. And I don't have a guest this week. But next week, I should have a banging guest. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit him up, confirm. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all, man, for real. And oh, shit. I almost knocked my tea over. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. Love you. Stay solid.